Yo, Chibane gang, what's up? It's your boy Samir Chibane right here, coming to you guys live from Los Angeles, Studio City. And like I said, right, I'm trying to maintain a balance between more practical and actionable type of tutorials and videos, and also mix it up with something where I just share kind of concepts, ideas, you know, motivation, I guess you can call it, but also somewhat practical and actionable as well. Okay, I feel like there's a lot of fluff out there. So I want to be that person that, you know, helps you guys out with, you know, really collecting actionable data and concepts that you can implement to your life right away for whatever it is. If you're looking to make more money, you know, happier, be motivated, whatever the case may be, all right? But today I want to share a special book with you guys. It is called Driven by Daniel H. Pink. And it's about the surprising truth about what motivates us, okay? Before I kind of get into it real quick though, I'm not like the biggest book reader or anything like that by any means. The reason why I'm actually gonna start doing more of these videos right here is because it's gonna hold me responsible to actually read more, so then I can record and kind of share what I'm learning. So if you're having trouble with that, with reading, or just kind of learning, highly recommend you do the same strategy right here. It works real well, forces you to read because you know that you have to record a video on, you know, a book every single other day or week or something like that, all right? And I'm not the smartest, and this is anything that I share on these kind of videos is not opinion by any means. It is all just sharing. I'm like a messenger pretty much. I'm just gonna share with you guys what I picked up from the book itself or whatever book we are covering. But essentially the way that this book came about right here is actually from kind of rewinding back a couple months, maybe a year or so, when I had originally moved out to California. I moved out to San Francisco, right? And we moved out to San Francisco, me and a couple other friends, business partners, that came together and we co-founded a solar company together, okay? Because once I dropped out of college, I got into door-to-door sales, and I was going door to door selling, you know, renewable energy. So once I got into it real heavy, right, the next level for me, I guess, was to kind of just start my own company. And so I did it with a couple other guys, co-founded it together, and essentially what ended up happening was I met at a certain point, or I came to a certain point in time in my life where I wanted to do more. Okay, because when you first get into something, you probably realize yourself with the same reaction. Whenever you start something new, whether it be a new business venture, a new hobby, a new idea, just something new, you feel really motivated because there is so much possibility to grow and learn and experiment with, and just really just a lot of room to grow, right? But if you hit a point, right, where you're just really stagnant and you don't feel like you're making any progress in your overall being, then you just feel unmotivated, right? Like you probably see a lot of people who get into network marketing or multi-level marketing, and they get super excited in the beginning because there's just so much, you know, possibility. But then when they face some adversity, they lose all that motivation. And, you know, because I was there, right? I've done multi-level marketing, network marketing before, and same exact thing happened to me. Literally the same exact thing. And any other business that I've tried, at first, super motivated, I'm focused on the money, how much money can I make? And, you know, once the money isn't coming in quick enough, once the money isn't coming in quick enough, we lose, you know, ambition, we lose motivation. So the point of this book right here, it actually talks about how at a certain point in time, right, management or companies or just kind of psychologists in general believe that what motivates us is external factors, right? Like money, cars, clothes, houses, and those definitely do motivate us for sure, but they are not the biggest drivers in our motivation. So what are they, right? Well, to share a quick story, so when it came to that point in time of my sales career, my door-to-door sales career, I went to our CEO and I was like, hey, Owen, you know, I'm not feeling really motivated recently. I've been doing door-to-door, going door-to-door and just selling for about 2 years now. I want to do more. Okay, I want to do more. I want to help more people. I want to make a bigger impact. And unfortunately, at that point in time, the stage where the company was, there really wasn't much room for me to do so. So I kind of had to keep playing my role. But Owen, who is the CEO, Chief Operation Officer, he told me about a concept called the Autonomy, Mastery, and Purpose, literally by this guy right here, but I never knew there was a book to it. He just told me to watch the TED Talk on it. So I'll try to put a TED Talk to it if you guys want to kind of learn it from the man himself, Daniel Pink. But I'll just kind of share some insight on those three things, okay? Those are all internal factors. Autonomy is the simple concept of having a freedom of choice, freedom to experiment, freedom of what task you want to do, freedom of technique, just really freedom of time as well, okay? But obviously you have to bring home the results. So that's the one, and I'll dive in deeper into that in a second. 2 is mastery, okay? When you feel like you have mastered something, like when I feel like I got to a point where whenever I was either sitting across the table from a homeowner or a business owner that was genuinely interested in my product, in my solar systems, I had no fear, no doubt, no hesitation in closing the deal. Unlike when I was first starting off, you know, everything was like new to me, right? Like I had to learn the whole process, what to say, what not to say, how to go about it, what's too much pushing, what's not enough closing, etc., etc. But I got to a point where I felt super comfortable. Like almost like I was one of the family that I was, you know, trying to close down or work with and help out. So really there was no more mastery for me to do so, right? I had mastered the process of going door to door, sitting in front of someone's kitchen table and just closing them down, getting the panels on the roof, boom, right? Like that was that for me. So the third thing is purpose. Well, what is purpose? Is really just something beyond us, right? Helping people around us that, you know, really gives us a feeling that we're a part of something bigger. We're making a bigger impact than just our life. And I actually was getting that, okay? I was getting purpose from doing door-to-door sales. Why? Because I was helping people cut their bill, you know, their electric bill. I was helping them save money. I was helping, you know, the new reps in our company grow and better their life. So that was pretty good for me, you know, like that wasn't something that, you know, I was really struggling with the purpose part of it. But I wanted, I guess the real purpose was I wanted to help more people than just the ones in our office. I mean, we had about 15 to 20 people within our sales office. We had multiple different ones like in SoCal and whatnot, actually one in LA. But that is where, you know, that one was good, right? But I just want to help out more people, hence why I'm doing a YouTube channel and actually just crossed like 1 million minutes watched, because that is a bigger impact. At least I feel like I'm making a bigger impact by my YouTube videos and kind of sharing what's working for me and what's bringing me success in my life than I was with really just helping those 10 to 15 to 20 sales reps in the company, okay? So let's kind of go ahead and dissect it one by one. What I want you guys to realize is this concept right here of autonomy, mastery, and purpose. Once I really learned this, I was able to be like, you know what? I'm done with door-to-door sales. Because we actually quit our door-to-door sales, or at least I quit. Juan literally quit like, or resigned like a couple weeks, couple months after or so. But when I had resigned from the company, I did at a point in time where we weren't, you know, making 6 figures a month from drop shipping. We were actually losing money at that point. And then we went ahead and, you know, after I quit and just kind of really dove into it because I was super motivated to make it work, because there was a lot of autonomy. There was a lot of mastery. There was a lot of things that I could master and learn and perfect, and like Facebook ads and really just driving traffic online and finding just a bunch of different areas, right? So with that being said, the third thing was purpose. Okay, there was a whole lot of purpose in doing e-commerce and dropshipping as well, because I know that if I can master the skills to build a dropshipping business, then I could literally use those skill sets to not only just better my financial life, my life as a whole, but I can also teach it to other people, because it is one of the most cutting edge skills, like learning how to run Facebook ads, building sales funnels, email marketing, all these cool things. If you can learn how to do that, you can literally make money anywhere you please, anywhere in the world, all right? And I'm not saying that to brag, I'm saying that because it is literally the truth. And we're no masters of it. We're still learning and mastering these skill sets. But the fact that I was able to find autonomy, mastery, and purpose within building online businesses, that keeps me motivated every single day. So if you find yourself in your job right now, if you're analyzing, you're thinking about, hey, like my job, right now I'm missing autonomy. Most likely a lot of people are missing autonomy. If you're watching this, you're probably like, oh, well, I don't really get much time freedom. I don't get to do things how I want, or I don't get to do what I like and work on what I like. Because there's an example on here, or a couple different examples of some companies that at first started off, structured, right? Come in at 8 or 9 a.m., leave at 5 p.m. You have to do this, this, and that. You have to meet these quotas, and you have to do things in such a way that we approve of. But then some of these companies started saying, well, why don't we they called it something like the ROW. It's called the results only work environment. Yeah, results only work environment. So a lot of these companies started, like, for example, I think it was either FedEx, a couple of software companies, obviously Google, Facebook, and a bunch of other companies. These are just the most known for this kind of work environment, results only. They started realizing, well, hey, a lot of our employees just don't have much autonomy, okay? We're not giving them the time freedom to really work on what they like, especially ideas that they have. And so what they decided to do is just give them the freedom and the autonomy to work on what they like. Some companies would do it for 20% of the work time, right, clock time, and sometimes they would give them the whole week or a whole month to just kind of work on whatever it is they want. For example, Google was one of the companies where they realized it was so effective that literally like half of Google's creations right now and softwares are built within that row time, okay? Or that they had a different name for it, but just that time where they allowed the employees to work on whatever problems they want to solve. But of course they had the ownership of whatever was created during that time they were working on, okay? Working on those ideas they had. But that's autonomy, right? Autonomy just allows us to use our creativity to really accomplish new things that we can't do when we're being, managed, right? When we're being, looked over the shoulder by the boss or whatever you want to call them. So there was a nice quote on here that I wanted to share, especially for autonomy. It is by Tom Kelly. The ultimate freedom for creative groups is the freedom to experiment with new ideas. Some skeptics insist that innovation is expensive. In the long run, innovation is cheap. So from autonomy comes innovation, and it comes, and what else comes from is new ideas, new things, new creations, so which tends to pay off in the long run, but a lot of companies do not believe in it. And that is why a lot of companies just don't have good retention rates. They don't keep their employees happy. Now they have this thing called the 4 T's, right? I believe I already mentioned this, but tasks, autonomy over the 4 T's. Task, time, technique, and team, okay? What you're doing, the task, if you have the freedom or the autonomy, pick on what you want to work on, whatever you want to solve. Their time, how much they want to spend on it, whether it be a lot to get it done or a little. The technique, how you go about building something. And team, who you want to work with. And within entrepreneurship, you can find pretty much all these T's. And so that's why I felt a lot of autonomy in entrepreneurship rather than when I was in door-to-door, because I had to work a specific way, specific time, while the sun was out, obviously, while people were home, specific target market, specific process I had to follow, etc., etc. I mean, obviously we did have autonomy, but not as much as you have when you're an entrepreneur. Now, mastery is pretty simple to understand. It's just really having the, finding something that somewhat challenges you, but it is also very achievable. Okay, so for example, when we got into dropshipping and e-commerce, it was a challenge to get the results that we were looking for. But we knew it was possible. Why? Because we saw other people do it. We had the tools, we found the resources, we found the blueprint. So we understood that it was very, very thin line between it's a challenge, but at the same time, it's really possible. Okay, but one thing I also realized is once we were able to start generating the results, we started losing a little bit of motivation. We would try different things, and we were doing it not because we had to, but we just started doing different, experimenting with different things like consulting and, just affiliate marketing and things like that, and YouTube content, because it's just a nature within us, especially within me. I love to let that mastery part and flow state out of me, where I'm just focusing on trying new things, trying to learn new things. Because once I figure something out, if I don't go ahead and try to learn something else, whether it be affiliate marketing, building a real brand online, whatever it is, then I just lose that mastery part of me and I lose motivation. So mastery is all about really having something, a skill set or a mission or just something you have to accomplish, but it's a thin line between it is totally possible, it's not easily accomplished or easily achievable, so it requires a challenge, but at the same time you understand that it is possible. I hope that makes sense, because it's called the flow state, and there's a great book on it called Flow. Flow state is that period in time where you're working on something like either you're reading a book or you're trying to launch some Facebook ads, an online business, a new idea, whatever it is, and you lose yourself in time. You literally don't even know what time it is in the day, and that's why a lot of entrepreneurs work super late at night. Sometimes I catch myself working into 2 a.m., 3 a.m. because I just don't really care about what time it is. I'm just so focused on, accomplishing this one thing, and I feel like I'm so close to it and I know what it takes that I'm in this constant state of flow. Nothing can disturb me, not my phone notifications, not my YouTube notifications, my emails. Nothing can disrupt you when you're in flow state. And that is how we feel motivated, right? Because we're just literally we're just working towards it without any disturbance, and we don't even care about the time, as opposed to caring about what time it is, like when we're in a regular job, or people constantly checking their time, constantly making sure that, when is break coming up, when is lunch break coming up, when do we finally get to leave, or the whole, finally it's Friday, or thank God it's Friday, or whatever it is that people call it. So yeah, right, if you're an entrepreneur or you're looking to be an entrepreneur, I'm sure that's what you're trying to get away from, right? Caring about what time it is and how much time you have to be somewhere and spend on something, versus really just following your passion and your instincts, and you're like, I'm just doing this thing because regardless of how long it takes me, it just makes me feel good. Like, that is literally flow state. Now, purpose is something that I'm literally still not struggling with, but I'm still trying to find my place in the world. I mean, I'm 20 something years old, so it's not like I have my whole life figured out here, right? And I'm sure a lot of you guys are in the same shoes as I am, where we're trying to find our bigger purpose. How, we're gonna let our name ring for, generations past us. Well, it says that one of the easiest ways to do so, or one of the best ways to do so in the book Drive, is to simply find a way to help people that are in a lower or worse situation that we are. Let me actually find this quote right here. It's actually pretty good. By the way, if you guys found value from this right here, if you like this kind of video, please do go ahead, smash that thumbs up, that like button, leave a comment below, and make sure you join the Shibane Gang by subscribing to my channel. All right, go on here, either live or drop new videos every single day. Okay, right here. The value of a life can be, and this is by Bill Strickland. He is the founder of Manchester Craftsman Guild and MacArthur Genius Award winner. Okay, I guess he was a genius. So the quote is, the value of a life can be measured by one's ability to affect the destiny of one less advantaged. Since death is an absolute certainty for everyone, the important variable is the quality of life one leads between the times of birth and death. Okay, so in simple terms, we have to help people that are less fortunate than us. Okay, so the reason why I started this YouTube channel and why I've always had really an interest and a joy for putting out content, whether it be really good content or crappy content, is because I want to feel like every single day when I wake up, I'm putting out a piece of content that can impact someone's life at one point or another. It doesn't have to be 100 million people. It just has to be, that's how the quote goes, right? One's life that's in less of an advantage. So hopefully if you're watching this right now, you got some value out of this book review right here, or book summary. Again, I'm not like, none of this was really opinion. It was all just kind of straight off the book right here. And I don't really read much, so I don't want you guys to think that I'm this like guru or like this, you know, whatever it is. I'm honestly just trying to read a lot more. So I thought, hey, well, what if I created a segment on my channel where I have to record, you know, book review every single other day or a few times a week? Then it's gonna force me to read, or at least read a part of a book to kind of share it with you guys. So I hope you got value out of this. Remember, always, if you feel like you're lacking motivation, do not focus on external factors. Focus on the internal ones, okay? Especially autonomy, especially mastery and purpose. Because the people that focus on the external factors, you can realize, right? Like celebrities or, you know, athletes or, you know, artists, right? Like rappers, singers, whatever it is, artists in general, right? They have all the materialistic things they could possibly want or they've ever wanted. But why do they some of them become like druggies and lose control and have to go to rehab and all these things? Well, it's because they lost that sense of inner motivation. They lost a sense of autonomy. They lost a sense of purpose. They lost their sense of mastery. So their whole world comes crashing down. So this is really, really important. I hope you guys got value out of this. I definitely did. So again, make sure you join the Shebang Gang, leave a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, comment below. Peace out. Thanks for watching.